everyone, and welcome back to Normal Shit. As you can see to the left of me,
if you're watching, if you're not watching,
maybe go watch. I got Kelsey a birthday present because it's right now we're like, 3 days till your birthday?
Yeah, but we're doing my birthday tonight.
So we're celebrating tonight, so we're in the city, and I got her a tissue box holder, which is it's a
nod to last episode.
A nod to 2 weeks ago episode, I guess. We did skip 1 week. But it's Mackenzie Childs, and if you know Kelsey, she loves Mackenzie Childs.
It's absolutely fabulous, and I'm obsessed with it, because we were like talking about how your tissue box holder is one of your favorite things.
No, I love it.
I know.
Oh yeah, it was in my favorites. That's how it came up.
It was one of your favorite things, and I was like, wait, it's actually gorgeous.
I know.
And
she was like, that's very chic, and I was like, wait.
And didn't I say it actually kind of looks like Mackenzie Childs?
Oh, maybe you did. But I remember I thought, because I specifically looked up, I was like, I wonder if Mackenzie Childs does tissue box holders. And of course she does, because she's so chic like that.
She also loves an expensive, like Mackenzie does.
Mackenzie.
Yeah.
She loves anything.
Anything she can upcharge for. So.
Oh yeah, we were laughing because my tissue box holder was $30, and this one was about double that. So.
In which we were already like, I was like, I think that's actually, at first I thought it was going to be like $12.99.
No, and I was like, it's about $30, and you're like, whoa, that's a lot.
I was like, that's actually kind of maybe too much. But now, like, luckily, if we cry or something, we've got tissues right here. It's just like therapy.
I know, it was kind of funny because Brett was like, we never have tissues. And I was like, well, maybe that wasn't a very good present.
No, it's just because, well, we just haven't bought tissues.
Okay.
But,
well, now you can.
Well, we are here together in person because, like we said, we're celebrating my birthday tonight. We're going to, like, Mexican food. I'm very excited.
I'm so excited.
But we went and did a little tea at La Ray today.
It was really cute, which I didn't know they do tea times.
Yeah, I didn't quite realize that either. And it was such enough, like, as far as afternoon tea goes, which actually was morning tea, but that's totally separate. I think you still call it afternoon tea.
Yeah.
It was actually, like, so affordable.
It was so affordable. I feel like this is a hidden gem that you need to tell your community about, because
it came with a...
What did we get? We got macarons. Macarons.
Macarons.
Can we start with how the hell you say that? Macaroons? No.
No.
Okay.
That's the cookie with, like, the coconut.
Yes, but everyone calls these macaroons.
Yeah, because we're dumb Americans.
But it's macaron.
It's macaron.
Okay. Well, we got macarons.
We got little
sandwiches.
They had gluten-free.
Yes, it was a close call. They were almost like, hey, you needed to call ahead about the gluten-free. And we were like, well, shit.
And I was like, you don't have a box of, like a bag of Udis back there? Are you kidding me?
But they did. They made it happen. And it was all so delicious. And then we got cocktails with that and tea.
Yeah, it was.
And it was $65 a person?
Yeah, including tip.
Yes, including tip. That's kind of crazy. I don't know if any of you have been doing tea. Tea is a new thing for me, but that's a good deal. Yeah, this is my third tea time ever. But the other two I've done in the last like 3 months.
Oh my God.
No, I know.
I love a tea. But so, okay, we did that. We're walking around SoHo. We're going to go shopping. It had been raining. We're walking down the street, literally out of nowhere. What I can only describe as a bucket of water falls from the sky and directly onto me.
It was so crazy.
It was so much water. Like, I guess, like, it must have come from the umbrella.
Yes, so there was, like, an umbrella that was kind of like the tall ones that are outside of restaurants, I guess it was. And it was, like, over a table, but it had filled up with, like, a big pocket of water. And then I didn't realize the wind blew it over. But the moment that it happened, it looked like someone was waiting for Kelsey to walk by and then just dumped, like, shit over her head. And we walked pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Like, it was crazy that it was the exact moment and then just...
And you were next to me and you didn't really get hit.
No, I got a little bit, but not crazy.
And then, yeah, so we were
you
like...
were soaked.
People, it was such a shocking amount, though, that I think people on the street were like...
Yes, and people were staring. But we were just like, maybe it's good luck. Like a bird pooping on you. We need to look up the symbolism.
I was like, I can't really think about this too hard right now because I don't want to be stressed.
Yes. No, you're really good at that.
That was compartmentalizing.
Bucket of water falling on head, meaning?
Meaning. Are you looking up if it's good for you?
It usually symbolizes a sudden shock, a reality check, or a sudden release of built-up emotions.
Okay, well,
do you relate to
it
me
was
that?
A sudden shock.
Okay, it depends on the context, whether it's a dream, a cultural prank, or a viral phenomenon.
A cultural prank.
It's a classic comedy trope. Well,
what if it's random?
I love how AI is just like, can you give me some more specifics? Like, was it a dream or real life? Was the water hot, cold, or icy? I'm like, no.
Um,
Anyway, that was kind of crazy and funny.
Yeah, it was, we were like, oh, perfect. But today, in light of that, we want to talk about some fun New York stories, like living in New York City, what it's like, some of the dumb things that I've done since I moved here. You moved here when you were like 22?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, younger maybe.
I think I literally turned 22 like that week because it was like June 29th, 2017. Is that right? Am I doing the math right? That was my birthday. And I think I moved here. Around that time, like that summer, I guess, because that was the summer we graduated, right? Like May of 2017 we graduated, and then I probably turned 22 like a month later.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's when I moved here. But I was telling Kelsey I don't remember a lot from that time.
She
also,
blocked it.
That was like 10 years ago now. Like I was a different person.
Yeah, that's wild.
But you've got better stories, so you go.
Wait, actually, most importantly, for the video watcher, Olivia did spray tan again.
Oh.
She's, it's been a time. She wanted to buy only white clothing today, and I was like, you simply can't try on this white clothing in the store.
Yeah, they didn't let me try it. So I tried it on in brown.
Yeah, we were like, that way it, like, will at least blend. Because you have, tanner.
Yeah, okay.
Tanner pits again.
I'm trying to figure out, like, I want to get all my self-care in order, and I'm trying to figure out, like, my routine. Like, I want to have a routine where I'm always tan, I'm always waxed, I always have good hair, and I don't really have to do anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like how you got your brows microbladed.
Brows microbladed.
Do you have to do, like, literally anything to them now?
Yeah, I still fill them in because they're kind of fading already.
Are you kidding?
I know. I need to get a touch up. But I still really like the girly one, too. But brows microbladed, blowouts weekly. I'm doing Jergens as my lotion, so I always have a glow, but this was like extra. Like this was a mousse, and I think it's a little too much. And then I'm doing bikini waxes. I bought a 12 wax pass.
How much is a 12 wax pass? I feel like that's a lot of money.
Okay, well I got 3 for free. It was buy 9, get 3 free.
How much is that?
I actually don't know. I'm paying like monthly. It's like
mortgage?
$150 a month. But here's the thing.
$150 a month. How many waxes do you get for that? Just one?
I don't know how many months I'm paying. That's the thing. It was like, you know what I mean? It was like a package where it's like pay for X amount of months. Okay. I don't know. But I get 12 waxes and they're unlimited forever, and I can go to any European wax center. So it's not a bad deal. Oh my gosh, and my European wax center is like, they have it set up like Love Island, so it says I got a wax and like balloons.
I got a wax.
I got a wax.
That's so funny.
So I did get that. But so I have bad tan. Sorry, everyone.
Anyway, back to business.
Okay, I think you should tell some stories and maybe it'll spark some memories for me.
Okay, first up, I was going to talk about when Olivia first moved to New York. She moved here about a year before I did, and I thought nothing in this whole world could be cooler than what she was experiencing. And now when I look back on it, we laugh because you were very much living in a living room.
Oh, literally.
And I've lived in a living room as well, so that'll be part of our story times today.
I feel like, should we explain it? Because it's a very common New York thing. It seems weird, but we have, what are the walls called?
Flex walls.
Flex walls. So you can like basically split an apartment with other girls or boys or whatever, and you get flex walls and you make the living room like into half living room, half bedroom. Like imagine putting up a fake wall like right here, and they could have like a bed on this side and like their couch on that side.
It's pressurized, so it like just kind of like almost like one of those curtain like tension rods. It just like is stuck up against the wall.
So you don't have to do any like construction, but there are companies that literally you come in and hire to put up flex walls in New York City, but some companies do it all the way to the ceiling, and then some companies don't.
No, it's depending on the building.
It's depending on the building.
Technically, you're not supposed to. Because a bedroom
has a fire hazard.
It's like, it depends on windows.
Right, but usually what you would do, I don't know if you guys are watching video, but like usually you would put the wall here, and like this side where the window is would be the bedroom. Because you want like the entrance to be the living room.
But there was the reason it's like the law is because there was a fire and they couldn't get out. So that's why you can't put it to the ceiling. I think. Maybe I'm wrong. Now I'm questioning myself, but I'm almost positive that's what it was.
But I remember thinking we were going to get walls that went to the ceiling, and then we had already moved in. We had already signed the lease. The wall guy comes, and they're like, yeah, we have to keep this a foot off the ceiling. So it was me and another girl shared the living room. So imagine
like a
this
T-shape.
half the room, and then another wall in between, and there were two like tiny beds, like one on each side. And we
was
had an
literally, like-
opening so we could hear each other. Like,
Yeah, you
that's
could-
kind of crazy.
It was like a T-shaped wall, basically separating.
Exactly.
What you guys had was rooms, and your room was, I remember.
Slightly bigger.
Was it?
Like, literally by a foot. But to me, that was everything.
I mean, when it's that small, that kind of is everything. But you had like, what was it? I mean, your bed was like a full-size bed, maybe, right?
Probably a full, and I had the IKEA bed that was like on hydraulics, so it would be like and like lift open, and I had storage, and I thought it was
actually
so
fit
cool.
So much.
I know, I fit a lot, and I had an IKEA closet in there too, like a little wardrobe that was next to my bed. I used every inch of the space in my tiny little room.
Well, yeah, you had like a little, because she didn't have room for like a vanity or anything, any place to do her makeup, so she had like a little like shelf.
Yes, that was like right next to my bed, and I used it as like a nightstand, and I would just like turn around, sit on my bed, and like do my makeup right there. It was kind of perfect for like the time.
Right. And I just remember thinking though, again, this is a glamorous life that she is leading. Because you lived on Wall Street, which now in retrospect, I'm like, meh.
Not that cool.
Wall
I think
Street's, you know.
once you live in New York, you realize things aren't as cool as they seem
Right.
back then.
But you lived above a Tiffany's store.
That was pretty cool.
Which I was like, oh my God, she lives above Tiffany. Not that that has anything to do with literally anything.
I love that you thought I was so cool.
Oh my God, I did.
I did not feel cool at all. But
And then the most exciting thing though is if you watch 13 Going on 30, when she says, I'm going to a party in a limo. She's actually going to Cipriani, which is next door to where she lives. So the address was like one off from yours or something. And we were like, oh my God.
Because in the movie, she like gets a phone call and she's like, I'm going to a party tonight. She's like, what's the address or whatever? And she says it. And it's like something like 73 Wall Street or something.
Yeah.
And I had lived like right next door. And I was like, oh my God. And I was watching the movie in bed, like at that apartment. And it felt so surreal to be like, I live in New York City. And I'm like watching this movie. It is pretty cool.
No, so that was very cool for you. That apartment though was, you didn't have any sense of a living room.
No, but we did have a couch in there somehow.
Yeah, but then so you guys ended up moving after a year because there also wasn't great light. That's like kind of the problem when you live down in the financial district.
Yeah,
is a lot of a lot of areas actually, but mostly down there I think it's extra bad.
Yeah, like there are more like tall buildings.
Yeah, like you can get caught where there's really no sunlight, and that's kind of your situation. And you, California girl, love the light.
I do love sunlight, but I thought I was going to move home, and then my roommate, shout out to Mary Beth if you're listening. I don't know if she listens, but she does love
if not, sad.
But she
if
found
not, Mary Beth, where are you?
Yeah, where are you? She found a place on like the West Side Highway that had tons of light, and we had a view of the Statue of Liberty and like water view.
Well, and you had the real bedroom.
And they were like, you can have the real bedroom, and I was like,
and didn't you pay like $1,500?
I think so.
Which, if you live somewhere else, that might actually sound crazy. Here, I was like,
no, that's
what a
insane
bargain.
I still feel like that's a pretty good deal. I don't know what people are doing nowadays.
I think it's probably way more.
Right? I think so too. Like if you're graduating from college and doing flex walls and stuff, you're probably not paying $1,500 for a room, do you think? Because what do you think a one bedroom is at that building I lived in?
Oh God,
I
probably
lived
like
at
5.
You think? Because it was like 3 something.
No, I bet it's like 5,000.
And we were
You have
each paying-
amenities.
Yeah, we had like a tiny gym. We had actually a really nice roof, low key.
You really did. I remember we went to a party there, and my sister was in town.
Yeah, she came to my birthday, didn't she?
Yeah.
Or no, was that at my birthday? Yeah, she did.
Okay, so my sister was in town though, and she had a friend with her, and that girl, they like leave. They're like, hey, we're gonna go somewhere, and they're gone for like a long time, and they come back. The girl got like, what I only can describe it as like tooth piercings.
Tooth gems. That's what they're called.
Tooth gems, but like. How do you brush around that? Like, are you not just like...
It's like super glued on, and it's supposed to last like months.
But are you not just asking for a cavity?
I think they're so bad, and I remember being drunk, and this girl walking up to me on the roof, and I'm like blurry vision, and she's like, I got a tooth gem, and she's smiling in my face, and I'm like blinded by her tooth gem.
You know, we were like, what the hell? But anyway, her roof was great.
Yeah, the roof was good.
Yeah, the Statue of Liberty views, like you could see the water. It was really beautiful. So I feel like for your time in New York... Yeah. Although, even though you were living there, you did she was still heading on up to Westchester to hang
Yeah.
with Mike the whole time.
My boyfriend, yeah, because that's when me and Mike met. We met on Hinge in like 2017.
Like the moment you arrived.
Totally. But there was still, wait, did I ever tell you this? I was talking to like 2 other guys at the same time that I met Mike. And I would send them all the same Snapchat. Like, I'm not kidding. I would send ones, can I say something like really embarrassing?
Of course.
I would send ones topless, but I wouldn't show my boobs, but I would have like the blanket pulled up to here. And I would send like a selfie in bed like this. And I would send it to all. I would send it to all 3 of them and see what they replied.
Oh my God.
And I found out, well, we were kind of talking about this earlier, not about me, but I found out that I was the only person Mike was talking to, and he didn't know that all those Snapchats were going to 2 other boys.
Well, you were out in these streets, what can I say? For about like 2 weeks probably, and then
I was like, okay, I guess I'll pick you out of the 3.
Yep. And then you were up in Westchester on the reg.
Yeah, I was. Okay, what were you up to while I was up there? Well, a year later, I guess you came.
So I moved in. I think we've mentioned it here before. Like my first apartment also was a flex wall. I did end up paying a random guy on TaskRabbit to come and fill in the top of the wall. But it was like, how do you properly find someone that's well equipped for that?
But it's probably a New York like common thing that people want their flex wall filled.
This
but
man had never done it.
Oh shit.
But he was a cheap price, I thought. Actually, it ended up being so much more than I thought it would be. And
what did he use?
so he told me to measure ahead of time. Obviously, I did a terrible job. It like was so off because he had gone to Home Depot and like had these plexiglass things like to the right.
Oh, right, because then it like lets light out still.
Yes.
If you
but
have like the gap
at least then it
filled.
would like help with the sound.
Yeah.
Because also, like, if people were up in the living room, like, watching The Bachelor, I was, like, working at the Today Show at the time, so I was up at, like, I had to be at work at 5 a.m., I think.
You had a big job.
I think it was 5 a.m. It was terrible that it was that early.
That's
I think it was
crazy.
either 5 or 6, depending on what was going on that day. But, so, like, I would need to go to bed, and I was chronically tired. So, like, imagine somebody watching The Bachelor right there. Like, I was like, we got to get this flex wall
Filled.
But anyway, this man shows up, this rabbit, and
It's so funny to think to call them rabbits. That's like how Lady Gaga's fans are like little monsters. They're the little rabbits.
So this man shows up, and like I'm just watching TV in the living room, and he's like cutting stuff, and he's like, so like this is not the right dimension at all. But he had brought like a saw, like an electric saw with him.
Oh.
And he is sawing this plexiglass in the middle of my living room. And shards are just...
Wait, that's dangerous.
Yes.
Wait, are you not supposed to breathe that in or something?
I felt like crazy by the end of it. I was like,
like high from the fumes. Oh my God.
But he was there for like hours doing this like setup with the wall. And in the end, it worked, I suppose.
I don't remember what it looked like.
I want to say I spent like $400 or something, which was like a lot of money for me at the time.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Wait, did you have to do that like without your building's permission, fill in the
Correct.
gap? So you had to sneak him in with all of these tools and like
Mhm.
plexiglass?
Totally. He's like bringing these like giant plexiglass like panels.
That is so funny.
Nothing to see here. Like
That's so funny.
But yeah, that apartment was terrible from the standpoint that it was like under scaffolding, so no light, roaches every single day.
You had roaches?
Oh my God, every day.
I don't know if I remember that, but yeah, you were on the first floor, which is
We
also
were
like kind of sketchy.
Technically on the second floor, but it was like to get into the building, you went down about like 4 stairs, so it was like floor 1.5.
Yeah. But
But
didn't
yeah.
you face like the trash alley?
I sure did, and then there was an unhoused man who they paid to come collect or help with trash, I guess. Which
Aw.
lovely that they did that, but like one day I wake up and I look outside and there's just a man directly outside my bedroom window, and I'm like,
that's scary.
ah! Like it was a gated area, kind of, I think,
Really?
a little bit.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But yeah, I was like, oh my God, a man is in here, like literally like mere inches from me, scary. But no, that was fine. That apartment we lived in for 1 year because it was scary.
Yeah, the vibes were weird in that apartment. I feel like it almost felt like a basement apartment.
Yeah,
Didn't it weirdly?
And weirdly, I had lived in a basement apartment in DC right before that, and that felt less like a basement apartment.
Something about the vibe of yours just gave basement a little bit.
It did give basement, but I thought I was so fancy because I had a doorman.
You did have a doorman, and that was always important to me. It like made it feel a little safer, even though we were like living in living rooms. It was like, but we have a dorm.
I remember when I first moved here, or when I was moving, I thought about getting a broker.
Oh, I did a broker.
And which you have to pay them 15% of the annual rent.
Which is crazy.
It's astronomical.
It's diabolical.
We ended up having to pay for the Roach apartment. It was 12.5%. We were only there for a year.
Insane.
So that was a big blow. But I remember I had gone to this broker, and he was supposed to show us around. He was definitely brand new at it.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't even have roommates set up yet, but I was like, I'll just get the apartment and we can find them later type thing. Like if I get a good one. We're going around. I was like, I don't care if it's on the first floor. I don't care about anything. I was just happy to be there.
Totally.
And so now I'm like, oh my God, you cannot live on the first floor if it's not a secure building.
Absolutely not. Especially in New York. I feel like it's just a little scary.
Scary.
My broker experience, we had a guy, this was actually horrible of me. I feel really awful about it. We had a broker show us around to a bunch of different apartments downtown, and my parents came with me to the city to look around for an apartment. And then we had to sign these forms saying if we lived in this building, we would we would have to pay him essentially, right? Otherwise, you could just go to the building yourself after he shows it to you. So me and my roommate signed the forms, but then we go to sign the lease, and we're not with the broker when we go to sign the lease. And it was the kind of thing where you have to make 50 times the rent or whatever the hell. What was it?
You needed a guarantor.
Yeah,
I think
so
it's 40 times.
40 times the
your
rent?
Your rent has to be your monthly rent that you have to earn 40x that
in the year.
I think.
So whatever it was, they were like, you need a guarantor, and then I don't know what happened, but we had to have our parents end up signing the lease, and we subleased from them technically or something. But then my dad was like, wait, you guys signed the form saying you would use the broker, but we're the ones signing the lease, so we didn't have to pay.
But that's a lot of savings.
No, we saved thousands of dollars by not having to do that, but I felt so guilty, and I saw him in the building all the time because he would lease apartments, and I would hide my face from him because I was like, shit, he's gonna find out.
Well, so because I had never seen my building before I came up here, the first time I ever saw the apartment was when I opened the door the first time, when I was living there.
Oh, I didn't know this.
But so I had to sign all the forms and stuff from DC where I was at the time. And so for some reason, these people did not want to do DocuSign. They absolutely wouldn't let you DocuSign anything. And I was like, that's crazy. Even 10 years ago, 9 years ago, whatever it was.
No, that's really weird.
I guess it would be 8 years. But I was like, no DocuSign. So anyway, I have to get these forms, and I had to FedEx them overnight, which very expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And I did it. I went to, because I didn't have a printer, so I go down to the FedEx or whatever, and I'm having all of this stuff made. Somehow I accidentally had it printed on giant paper. Like a poster, maybe a little smaller. And I was like, yeah, it'll be fine. We'll send it. So I ship it to them, and they were like, no.
Oh,
I was like, all the information's there. What do you mean? Can you not cut it out? And so I had to do it again.
Really funny.
And this is back when I was making in DC. I think when I started there, I was making $13 an hour, and then we got a raise, I think, to $15. And then I got a $1 more when I moved up to New York. So I was
Yikes.
me's dropping $50 to send this stuff was
hours of work.
I was ready to crash out,
Yeah, totally.
And when they're like, no, too big of paper, I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
That's rough. That is rough. That's New York for you. At the beginning, things were hard. Everything's just harder.
That's you know how they say money can't buy you happiness? True. However, in New York, it makes your life so much easier.
It can buy you ease, and
Yes.
ease can make you happier.
Yeah, I would, because I've had spinal surgeries. I've had 3 different spinal surgeries, if you're not familiar. and my back gets a little wonky sometimes. So like when I would carry groceries home, which was, once a week, my shoulders would be aching so bad that it would be like a good 3 days that I would end up with migraines. And so now
God.
I pay for them to just bring
Be
them
delivered?
which I do live very close to a grocery store. So
Yeah.
but sometimes we go there.
But you know what? That's your adult money. You can do what you want with your adult money.
And that's true. But also, it's like included, kind of. You just pay a tip.
Oh, then
Right?
you're
And then,
great. I thought
if
there was a
anything,
delivery fee.
I feel like you kind of save money because when you're just ordering online, you don't get distracted.
Yes, I agree with that. And then you can also see your total and be like, okay, you know what? I don't need some of these things. But you don't see your total when you're at the grocery store, and then all of a sudden you're like, shit, that was way more than I
I'm
expected.
like, ooh, I actually didn't need that cookie dough. Thank you.
Totally.
But yeah, what a time to be alive.
What a time.
That was moving here was like, it was a trip, and I
don't wish it upon anyone. I don't know if it's gotten better though,
I
because
wish
I've
it
heard.
upon a lot of people because I love it here. I'm a New Yorker. For
Okay,
life.
no, true. I just don't wish the difficulty upon
Yes.
people.
You're like, I don't wish this place on anyone.
No, the difficulty. But I think it might have been harder back then because I heard broker's fees are like illegal now or something.
I don't know somebody was telling me about this. I've been living in my apartment for over 3 years, so I'm a little bit rusty on this, but I know like some still can, or like, I don't
There's
know.
some
it's like,
loopholes maybe.
There's some loopholes, or it just ends up getting baked into your rent because the
Oh.
buildings have to pay it.
Oh, the buildings have to pay it now. I might have heard that.
But they were like,
Interesting.
there were apartments I remember when Brett and I were looking. There was one that was like way down in FiDi, Financial District.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a proper 2-bedroom. It was super renovated. I was like, this is going to be the spot. And it had a 15% broker's fee, and there was absolutely no negotiating it.
Oof.
Because sometimes you could get the building to pay it.
Yeah.
But they're like, no. And the apartment wasn't nice enough. Like, the area wasn't great. It was like way, way, way down, like as far down as you could go, basically, like near the Staten Island Ferry.
Yeah. Probably not worth it.
No, well, certainly not. And then we found our apartment, and we were like, actually, this is her.
I mean, I love your apartment.
Brett and I are very on the same page about stuff like that. We did this when we walked in here. I don't even think we had to like talk about it. We were like, oh yeah, that's the apartment.
You both just knew? Wait,
And
that's
then
so cute.
Same thing with our venue, like for the wedding. We didn't even go inside yet, I don't think. Wow. And we just like we're walking through the garden, and we like get up to like where the view is, and we're like, okay, cool. So like this is it, right?
Wait, that's so cute. Okay, I'm manifesting that for your future townhouse / penthouse.
God,
Wait, that's one thing you're not on the same page about. Brett wants.
He wants a penthouse. Ugh, the struggles, these dreams that these manifestations that we have. Ugh, my $40 million townhouse.
But we're manifesting. We're manifesting.
We're manifesting.
Also, what you want is not that crazy. Just New York prices are so crazy. Like, wanting a townhouse is not a crazy ask at our age.
Place.
At our age, to want a townhouse, completely normal.
Well, yeah, we would call it a brownstone here.
Or yeah, a brownstone,
which
sorry.
makes it fancy.
It does feel very fancy to say you have a brownstone in New York. Immediately, I think you're rich.
Right. Other things. Okay, so the rich people stuff that has like gotten so much better since I've moved, like basically not rich people stuff, but like when you have more money to put into an apartment, having laundry in my apartment is such a luxury. And I feel like if you live anywhere else, like when I lived in Texas, I owned my washer dryer.
That's crazy.
I had to buy one and bring it in, but I had like a laundry room.
Oh, yeah. Well, because you had a proper apartment back then. Like,
Yeah.
probably huge.
I think it was only like $1,200, and I thought that was so much, but it was like a really nice, gorgeous place with like a parking garage and.
Yeah.
But anyway, laundry, I hadn't had it since. Oh no, that's a lie. I had it in DC as well,
But then here, it's like very hard to come by.
And then oh my God, because I would be trying to save money, live better. Walmart. No.
Is that their actual motto?
I think that's it, right?
I don't know.
No, so I'd be trying to save money, so I'd be stuffing, because I always had laundry in
same.
my building, but not in my apartment. And like, it would be, I don't know, like, that's probably not even that much, like, $5.50 a load, something like that, maybe less.
$5.50?
No, maybe it was less. Maybe that
I thought
was
it was like
all in.
$1.50 a load.
No, mine wasn't $1. Maybe mine was
remember.
like $3 or something. I don't know. It kind of felt like a lot at the time. And I would be stuffing that washer so full, and then oftentimes this would happen like maybe like 1 out of every 5 times, I would come get my laundry sopping wet. Like,
oh, yeah.
absolutely sopping. And I didn't learn that you should really just run it again in the washer because that'll actually wring out more of the water. And so instead I would have to pay for like multiple cycles in the dryer.
Yep, I've been there.
And it would be like just brutal. Or I would be like, oh, fine. And I would take it into my apartment and like have all this,
dry
like, it would be like dripping all over the place.
I can totally relate.
It was like, it was bad.
Yeah. No, so that's an amenity that I think is worth paying extra for, especially in New York. To have laundry in your apartment, it makes all the difference.
It really does. It like, it's, I don't think I could certainly ever go back now.
No, you can't.
That would be like the sort of thing that like would give me pause, I guess. Like, as if we, for some reason, like if things really got to a tough place and we couldn't afford the apartment we have now, or I don't know, if we had to go without laundry, I'd be like, I don't know about this place.
The one thing that would take you out of Manhattan would be if you couldn't have laundry.
Right?
It is funny in New York, though, like the things that are considered luxuries are just like the most basic things anywhere else. It's like, of course, everyone in Texas has laundry and air conditioning.
Like, I have a garbage disposal in this apartment. That is so rare.
Yeah.
In a New York apartment, like even any of my last apartments, even though they were dorm-in building, like they were decent apartment, like if you lived there by yourself, it would be a great apartment type thing.
Yeah.
Even none of them had garbage disposals.
Crazy.
So you just have like, you'd have to, there's like the little mesh strainer thing.
Yeah.
And you'd have to like take it out and dump it and it would be, ugh.
I do that now. I don't have a
Wait, at
garbage.
Mike's you don't have it?
At Mike's I don't have one.
Slash at your apartment?
I still call it Mike's place, even though I've lived there almost a year. It's still not my place. But yeah, I will not touch the thing because it's so disgusting.
It gets that like film on it.
Oh,
sorry.
I actually make him do that. Like that's one of his jobs at home. I'm like, I will not touch dirty dishes and I won't touch anything in the sink.
What are his
really.
other jobs?
Pretty much everything. Also, my stomach is growling. Can you hear it in the?
Oh, are you hungry?
No, it's okay.
I
I'll
just
have a
put
cupcake
out
after.
so many snacks.
No, I know. I was worried I was gonna have belly issues, so I was like, I'm gonna wait.
Oh, because we were doing the pod.
Well, and also we have dinner.
That's true. No, okay. What else?
I do have a night that we went out together that really stands out in my mind.
I don't
Remind me if
remember.
we've talked about this, but when we went to PhD Rooftop that one night and we had to get in with like a bunch of boys and we each had to take their arm and we were in like a crowd of people. Do you remember this?
That was, yeah, New York. I don't even know if people do. I'm sure they still do. Again, I'm so out of the loop because I'm an old person.
Yeah, we don't like club. We don't do that kind of stuff anymore.
No.
Or really ever, but like.
But you'd go out with like a club promoter and that's how you'd go out for cheap/free. But
Yeah.
then you'd end up at a table and they would just like bring over a bottle of tequila and then like cranberry juice or something to go with it. Like it was never a good, like orange
No.
juice and cranberry juice. And I was always like,
I know. And I always felt like we were slightly too bougie. Like even at the ripe age of 22, we were a little bit like, I'd rather have like a bougie cocktail.
always would rather have a bougie cocktail, but I did want to be able to go out.
Yeah.
And that was pretty much the only way that was happening for me at that time with how much I was paying in rent.
Totally. But that specific night was so crazy to me because I remember there was like a big group of boys that like you had a mutual friend. It was like a group of like mutual friends. Like I didn't personally know any of them. Do you remember this?
I didn't know. Well, it was my roommate Sabrina.
Yeah, I think it was people Sabrina knew.
Yeah, it was like her people because that's how we knew how to. That's how I learned how to do anything cool was Sabrina.
Yeah, and I knew it through you because I didn't know anything cool.
I don't know that I ever would have hit a club.
No, this was one of the only times I went to anything like slightly clubby, but I remember we were walking up to the club entrance and I was so nervous and there was like a horde of people trying to get in and like
it was weird.
And they weren't letting people in and you were like, everybody grab a boy. And like we all had to like grab arms of the boy and I was so scared because I was like, oh my God, I don't know any of these boys, like what's going on? And we had to like hook arms and I think maybe me and Emily shared a boy. We each like got on one arm and we walked up and they let us like pass the whole crowd and I was like, whoa.
Well, because they were
so
like,
cool.
That's like what a club promoter does, I guess, is they like, or I guess they get paid by the club to like bring in cute girls. That's like their job, right?
I guess. I don't know how these things work.
But there were different like promoters who used to slide in my DMs and stuff and be like, if you ever want to go out, like text me. Because it would like,
God.
Well, that was like how I could go places. And then I remember I went once, me and Kaylee, my friend Kaylee, she used to be Miss Teen USA, but that's probably not what I should say at this point in time. However, she and I went out to a club. and it was just the two of us, and I'd never really gone with a rogue, like, promoter before. I'm
Oh,
sure
so
that
you
I had
picked like a random one from your DMs?
I'm sure that I had reached out to somebody like from the group from before, and I think they couldn't or something. But we ended up at, God, it was someplace terrible. I'm trying, I want to say like
Mr.
Marquee.
Purple? Oh.
No, not Mr. Purple. Mr. Purple is also terrible.
Yeah.
But I think I went to Mr. Purple and had to pay for my own drink, and that's why it was terrible. It was because I was like, oh my God, $30.
That's
But
funny.
no, she and I were like with these like gross men there. It was terrible, but we also had so much fun and we drank way too much, and she ended up having to sleep over even though she was supposed to go back to her parents' hotel room.
Oh, wait, that's so cute.
And there's a picture of me. This is foul, you guys. This is so bad. There's a photo of me in a mini skirt and boots sitting on the ground at the subway station.
That is so you.
That is the most disgusting thing. I'm horrified. I should probably burn my legs or something at this point.
Like, that's just classic you, though. Oh, because we were talking about earlier, I'm like, you're my one friend who I feel like has peed everywhere, like on every street, backyard, like any. Oh, because we were randomly walking, and then Kelsey goes, I wish someone would invent something where you could just like pee anywhere you go. And then she's like, I guess that's diapers. But I'm like, that is so you to say that, because you truly do like pee anywhere, or like you're sitting on the ground. I have so many videos of you on the ground in Italy peeing in random corners.
Maybe I should become a diaper girl.
No, we were saying, what about chic diapers?
Yeah, like think about like period panties. You know how like back in our day you had to use one of those giant pads with wings? Well, now they got those little panties. And imagine if that could be for pee.
Yeah.
And you could just like go walk around.
But then you're sitting in your pee though.
Well, diapers are supposed to keep you dry.
Really?
I think that's part
It's
of the...
been a minute. I don't really remember
I
how
think
they
that's
work.
the point, right?
I always thought babies were kind of sitting in a wet diaper. From when I nannied, their diapers were wet.
Well, I guess I don't know that I've ever changed a diaper. I'd like to keep it that way.
Maybe your own diaper?
I'll just be changing my own. I don't know why when I was first talking about that, I was imagining something like, you know, those like funnels or whatever that they've created. Have you seen that where like they help you ladies pee like it's a urinal or something?
No.
Oh, I guess that's my algo.
Wait, is it to like pee in a water bottle on a road trip kind of thing?
Wait, I saw that on Shark Tank very recently, actually.
Oh.
And yes, it was that.
Because we need more like surface area, so you can pee into the funnel and then it'll go into the...
Yeah, but then the problem is still like, you know, like today, for example, I'm walking around in a dress, and it's like, you can't just pee on the ground.
The fact that it crosses your mind is the funniest part to me, though.
Well, I think it was an anxiety thing because we were at tea, and I had like 4 cups of tea, a mimosa, and like 2 glasses of water. And I was like, well, this is dangerous. Like, especially when you're walking around in public and there's no like bathrooms. Except we do know the SoHo Grand Hotel.
Ooh, that's a good tip for anyone shopping around SoHo. Go to the SoHo Grand Hotel, go to the 2nd floor, down the hallway to the right, there is a bathroom there. It's like not the nicest, but I feel like it's a good little bathroom.
And then but just walk with confidence, because guess what? Hotels have no idea who's staying there. But you have to be confident. You can't look like you don't know what you're doing. So follow our instructions very clearly, very carefully. But anyway, that's why I want diapers to exist. But
yeah, okay.
No,
maybe we'll invent some chic panty diapers.
Never sit on the ground in a subway. Speaking of subway, one of the worst things I did. I've actually had many times that I was like really dumb when I was younger, living here. It's actually miraculous that I've made it alive. No, one time I was at Halloween, and I was having a really hard time. This was within 6 weeks of me living in New York City. No, actually, maybe, I don't know if this was the case, actually. Maybe it was another time. I didn't wear pants for most of my Halloween costumes in my 20s.
And no one did.
I loved a bodysuit. And
yes, I remember your Barbie was really cute.
So Barbie might have been when I went home alone.
Oh.
Potentially. So I was out with people, and I decided I was tired. I needed to go home. They were like, okay, Kelsey, like, you can go, but you have to take an Uber, like my friends. I was like, yeah. And I was like, I can't afford an Uber. That's crazy. And so I was like, very drunk. And I was like, I'm just going to take the subway. So me, pantsless, alone, in the middle of the night on the subway, I was asking for trouble.
No,
asking for trouble. And no, but I made it home alive. Everything was fine. Another time, I was coming back from Brooklyn. Again, when I first moved here, chronically exhausted because of my job schedule.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember falling asleep on the subway, and which is scary to do.
That's really, and you were alone?
Alone, again, middle of the night, like probably 2 o'clock in the morning.
That's rough.
Passed out with my purse and everything. I'm like, lucky that nobody like stole my stuff.
Thank God you're okay.
And luckily, I woke up miraculously at Union Square, which is exactly where I needed to transfer.
Wow.
And I was like, thank God.
That's amazing. That's your biological clock.
My biological clock. Time to get off.
Union Square 14.
You're back in Manhattan, Kelsey. You're fine.
Wait, that's literally so you to like be revived when you feel touchdown in New York.
Oh.
That's really funny. No, but do never sleep on the subway.
Oh my
That's very dangerous. And honestly,
People do it a lot.
yeah, I don't know why.
But see, like for other people, I guess like middle of the day, I think it's less dangerous. And I don't know.
Oh yeah. But still, if I was alone, I don't think I'd sleep on the. Maybe if I was with Mike and I was like, "Can I rest my head on your shoulder?" and you tell me when we get to like our stop, I think maybe that's okay.
I mean, like I definitely used to fall asleep in Ubers alone too, because that was back when Uber
Yeah.
Pool was such a thing.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Uber Pool.
Uber Pool back in the day was like magnificent.
It was.
And-
I made some friends in that. I still follow them on Instagram.
Really?
Yeah. I would go to the Whole Foods in like Tribeca and I would Uber Pool home because it was so much cheaper. And I was like embarrassed to not be just walking, but I was like, I don't want to carry all my groceries like you were talking about. So I would sometimes Uber Pool, and there was this one time these two like kind of cute guys got in the Uber Pool with me, and the whole ride they were like, so like, you know, just like flirting with me a little, and then they asked for my Instagram at the end, and I still to this day follow them both on Instagram, and like they're like 40 now because they were like 30 at the time.
Well,
Crazy.
no, but yeah, I used to like Uber Pool all the time because it was so cheap. You could
Yes, it was
literally
so cheap.
Go for like under $5. Places.
Exactly. That's why I was Uber pulling to the grocery store and back.
Right. No, that was a great time, but I would occasionally fall asleep in an Uber Pool, which also
Yeah.
again, don't do that.
A little sketchy.
Don't be like I did so much dumb stuff.
Do you feel like I feel like we just didn't know any better back then? Like I didn't realize how
I
dangerous things
knew.
were. Oh, you knew.
I knew it, and I still did it.
Oh, that's on you. Oh my goodness. Any other crazy stories?
I mean, I'm sure, but I feel like we can be done for today. If there's anything you guys want to hear,
Yeah.
please, like, we're happy to. I think we're gonna try to do some more like themed episodes because as much as we love to be random,
I think people like themes.
I
You
think
all
people
really
like-
liked the DCC episode. I think we could ask people like what shows they're watching because we do love our reality
we
TV.
love shows.
I think we could do like during Real Housewives of Rhode Island. I feel like we could have done like recap episodes. I
Totally.
don't know. Well, we can think
love-
about it.
Which there are stories I could tell about that. I just was with a housewife this week.
I know. I low-key feel like we talk about so many people on this podcast, and I always forget. I'm like, oh yeah, you've met like a lot of them, and like been alone and interviewed with them. That's so freaking cool.
Most of
Crazy.
them are pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. Like most of them are like what you expect.
She did meet Alicia from Real Housewives. Wait, did you bring up the crack? I love a cracker.
Of course I did.
I
I
keep.
put up on my story, I love an Alicia.
Oh yeah, that was cute.
And then I put her meme and it was like, welcome to Rhode Island, bitch.
I really love her. I really love her. Also, I can't stop my current what's it called when you can't stop saying like a certain TikTok phrase or whatever.
Oh, vocal stim?
Yeah, my current vocal stim is "You were never homeless."
Yeah. Which Liz is no longer gonna be on the
Yeah,
show.
she's no longer interesting.
Interesting indeed. I wonder if she'll come back or
I know.
I feel like this is not the last we've seen of her.
Definitely
minimally
not.
in the news cycle. So
You may see her mugshot.
no, I don't know. I don't know anything. I truly don't know anything. But
I
from
don't either.
The
Allegedly.
rumors,
Allegedly.
the nastiness. No.
Yeah. Okay.
But anyway, if you want to hear about anything, literally anything at all, more New York stuff, just like
Reality TV.
let us. You can text us. You can DM us. You can.
Can they
You
text
can
us?
comment. I mean, certain people
Ooh.
can.
You know, oh yeah, our family and friends. I forgot that's really useless. I was thinking about like, yeah, all of our
Only
fans.
strangers.
Okay, let us know. Also, I do want to set up at some point a voicemail thing where
Oh my
people can
God.
call in and
no,
we can
I
like.
did set it up.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, we have a Google Voice number. I
Okay.
don't remember what it is. I could probably find it and put it in this edit.
Well, and then maybe before the next time we record, we could do a themed episode where people leave voicemails, and we could do either funny stories, people asking for advice. I don't know. We'll think of like what we want them to call in about, but I think that would be so fun.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.